A pause in relationship. How does this phrase make you feel? Are you scared? Are you uncertain of the future and you don't know where is it going? So let's understand why we need a pause and if it actually will change anything for the better. My name is Darina and I run a psychology blog for a happier living. Let's go! Firstly, let's understand when do we really need a break. Reason number one, after an affair. And it's not a case when you have already decided that you are out. I'm talking about when you want to try to forgive the cheating, but you have so much anger, so much pain that you unintentionally dump all that aggression on your partner. I don't say that he or she does not deserve it, but it doesn't help to fix relationships. Plus, then you can feel guilty for snapping, but a bit after you become aggressive again and the vicious circle continues. In that case, a pause is necessary so you don't ruin already fragile relationships. In this case, the break can help everyone to deal with their feelings and have a look at the situation a little bit from the side, calm down emotions and really understand if there is a future for this relationship. Reason number two, if you wanted to break up anyway. For a long time you felt that the relationship is not working, but you are not totally sure that splitting up is the right decision. A pause might help to reduce the pressure of making an immediate decision and help to understand how you feel without the other person. Having the pause will help decide if you are better on your own and actually ready to end up the relationship, or maybe you will realize that you can try one more time with some new insights or new perspectives. Reason number three, when the degree of tension and anger in a couple is too high. Taking a pause will help to cool your head down and be capable of having a productive dialogue. Because when you are in a rage, you can say a lot of horrible things or even do something stupid that will lead to irreparable consequences. Also, if you step out of extremely conflicting relationships and won't be high on adrenaline all the time, in a peaceful atmosphere with yourself, you can realize that you have to learn more productive ways of communication, or might even realize that to build relationships with this person was the wrong idea to begin with. Now let's talk about how to take the pause correctly. You can say, well, pause means we just temporarily breaking up. But this is the first mistake people make. You have to remember that you still are in a relationship, so there are specific rules that help to avoid the additional problems associated with the pause. Because our main goal is that the pause has to be a cure and not poison to the couple. Gosh, I just love rules. I think that rules really make life easier and give peace of mind, order and predictability, which is exactly what is needed for someone high in neuroticism trait like me. Write in comments, do you think rules make life easier or more difficult? Rule of breakup number one. Make sure the decision is mutual. It often happens that one partner wants to take a break, to figure things out, to work on himself, and the other one is categorically against it. In that case, the partner that is pro-pause will most likely work on himself, on herself, to make a relationship better in the future. And the other partner will become even more frustrated and stressed, which will not lead to an improvement, but most likely will lead to bigger problems related to resentment, grudge, feeling lonely, etc. Because people in a couple actually need to be on the same page or on the same wavelengths to understand each other. Since the partner who is against breakup is just suffering from the fact of not understanding why do I need all this. Therefore, it's very unlikely that something good will come out of it. Rule number two. You have to determine the final goal of taking a pause. Why are you taking a break? What do you want to receive at the end? What has to change? What do you have to understand? And so on. Why final goal is important? Because it happens that one partner takes it responsibly, follows all the rules, but the other partner takes it as a temporary opportunity to go back to being a bachelor or bachelorette. I'm afraid it will end up causing more problems that you already have. I'm actually not even exaggerating. A lot of people who get into this take a pause situation can use it as an excuse to sleep around, or in a less extreme case, date other people, texting, sexting, and all related to it. And I will remind it again. A pause doesn't mean a breakup. It's time for both of you to think about everything and make a weighted decision about where you want to go from here, unless discussed otherwise. Because we also cannot refuse the fact that sometimes both partners want to get into a free mode and they agree to do whatever they want. After they come back together, but after a certain time, they again repeat the same scenario over and over again. It's kind of their way of escaping the routine or other reasons. But people like that are exclusions rather than the norm. My video is more for people who are in monogamous relationships and want to stay in monogamous relationships. Because otherwise I would need to record specific videos for different kind of relationships and situations. Rule number 3. Establish a pause period. Pausing indefinitely can be a bit risky. Without a clear timeline, there are chances of ending up in a regular breakup. When you are trying to figure out how long the pause should be, you have to consider the personal characteristics of both people in a couple. After all, say a person with a choleric temperament needs to do things very quickly, and for them, even 1 week is really a lot, but phlegmatic or melancholic tend to be more calm and introverted, and these people, they need more time to be alone to find answers to their questions. So take these characteristics into consideration and try to find a compromise that will satisfy both of you. Rule number 4. Set fixed rules. This point needs to be carefully worked out because there can appear to be real problems here, and we are back to the fact that one partner may genuinely use the time to work on their relationship while the other may simply enjoy a temporary bachelor life that risks becoming non-temporary. A pause does not equivalent to a free relationship where everyone can do whatever they want. Just want to highlight, you are still in a couple. So what can and can't you do? Can you date or text other people? Can you party until morning? Does financial responsibility continue, such as paying the mortgage or looking after the children, if the partner temporarily does not live in the family home? Probably the most common question related to this topic is if the pause is likely to end in a breakup or will improve relationships. Of course, this is a pretty frightening move, so everyone wants to understand and have some sort of reassurance. But unfortunately, there are no such statistics, so anything can happen. But the thing is, it doesn't matter if you are in a couple or not if you are unhappy. So the ultimate goal in any case should be happiness. So if you have already decided to take this step, it means that you have a pretty good reasons and you just can't leave things as they are. You have to fix what's wrong. So it's a win-win situation anyway. Now, time for more practical tips on how to do this. First, separate into different territories. You are unlikely to get a real break if you continue to live in the same house. Someone has to leave, or maybe even both of you will decide to go to different places. 2. A period of no contact. It's like there is nothing at all. No texting, no calling, no catching up, no messaging through friends, no following them on social media, and everything relating to this. If there are children involved, it is a little bit different situation and has to be looked at individually. 3. Put yourself first. You can be caught up in routine and forget about your hobbies and interests. think back to what you used to love to do, what you used to get great pleasure from. It could be anything: dancing, painting, doing nothing at the beach. Just do it. That's not gonna pay me for this promotion, just do it. 4. Analyze yourself and your behavior in the relationship. Set aside all complaints about your partner and focus on the things that apply only to you. Think about what you have been doing wrong and what conflicts have been your fault. Maybe you criticized your partner a lot, or constantly complained, or had not been interested in their life at all. It can be many things, and you have to think about it. And finally, I would like to say that there are some reasons when and why it makes no sense to pause relationships. It's better to just break up for good, because it's unlikely that the situation will change. So there is a big possibility that it could be dangerous for you. It is physical abuse, repeated cheating after you've agreed it won't happen again. You may have paused or even taken more than one break, but nothing has fundamentally changed. You're really better off living alone than with this person. And the final one, that's the main feeling you have in this relationship, is pain. So, good luck to you guys, and tell me in the comments what rules you used when temporarily breaking up, and what worked for you and what didn't. And of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you in next videos.